Well, hello, my brothers and sisters. Greetings, greetings, and greetings. This is Brother is coming to you. I have a word, something I want to speak to you concerning, and it's in the book of 2 Kings 6 chapter, and starting at the first verse, and it talks about Elisha in the Bible, and Elisha in the Bible, he was the understudy of Elijah. He was the one that wherein Elijah wrought 16 miracles. Elisha had the double portion, which means that he would end up, God was using him to perform 32 miracles. This is Elijah. Now, in the story, in the 6th chapter of the 2 Kings, he had a school. It was called the School of Prophets, and they had got so big, they had got so large, where they had to move. They had to move. It was too big. They had to move. And so one came and said that, well, it's time. That the man came to, one of the lads came to him and said, it's time to build. We're too small. And he said, well, let everyone have a log, have some wood. And we're going to go to a certain place and we're going to build there. But while they were chopping wood, one of the lads, his axe head fell off. And when his axe head fell off, he cried unto Elisha, saying, the master, for it was borrowed. And the man of God asked him, where did it fall? And the scripture said he cut a stick off and threw it toward the iron. It did stick, and the axe head did float. And so right there, that what I want to talk about, where I want to speak to you in, where this one particular lad was doing his assignment. And while this lad was doing his assignment, this lad lost something while working. And while this lad had lost something while working, this lad began to cry because this lad was desperate. Because things were messed up, things just happened unexpectedly. And all he knew was to cry out to the one that he thought that could help him. And many of you, you're at a place where God has given you an assignment, has given you a job, and you're doing it to your best of your ability, but something has happened. Something has happened where it seems like what God called you to do or what you were doing, it seems like it's not working. Even to a point where you even question, did God really give you that assignment? And so you're questioning even your gift. You're questioning your assignment. You're questioning your calling. You're questioning your position. See, but let me tell you something. You need to do like this young lad did. This young lad cried out. And in him crying out for help, the man of God was able to help him, and a miracle happened. And many of you, you've been crying, you're desperate. You've been crying, you've been desperate. God is saying, keep crying, because in your cry, you might have lost something. You might have lost a love. You might have lost peace of mind. You might have lost a healing. You might have lost some money. Whatever it is, at that place of your loss, begin to cry out. Begin to cry out to God. Because when you begin to cry out, God's going to cause a miracle. And He's going to cause a restoration. He's going to cause what you lost to be restored. Because you took the time to cry out. Don't let pride make you quiet. This thing you cannot be quiet on. You can't keep this to yourself. He wants you to go to Him and cry out. Cry out for help. And then you crying out for help, He's going to restore the thing that you lost along the way. If it's your love, if it's money, if it's your marriage, if it's a breakthrough that you need, begin to cry. Hear me, and hear me well.